What's up, everybody? Mr. 100K a day in the flesh. And on part two of this little mini series that I got going on, talk about Lance Brauman. We're going to talk about the investigation as it started that led to the downfall and then the eventual uprising of Lance Brauman to be the greatest coach ever. So let me get you guys caught up. I was at Barton County out of high school, like I told you guys. Was a state champion. Didn't develop too well in Barton because I ended up getting injured and I ended up having a son, so I left Barton County. But while I was at Barton County, Coach Brauman and the rest of the team, and it wasn't his policy, it was just the way the system worked. They had a system, but what happened years later, that system came to light and ended up bringing down Coach Brauman. And what happened was this, on our last episode, first on part one, a guy named Rickey Clemons, black guy, plays basketball for Mizzou. He goes and chokes out his girlfriend. He's accused of beating and assaulting his girlfriend. And after he beats and assaults her, she goes to the police and files charges against him, of course. And after she files charges against him, they investigate and talk to her. And of course, they do a search warrant on his apartment to look for evidence of an assault. But one of the things that come about from this situation, she snitches on things that he was doing with the coaches. She snitches on things and said he was cheating at school. He was getting paid by Mizzou's athletic department. They was giving them cash. And this is before the days of NIL and this is when collegiate and NCAA sports were more like slavery. They feel like they want to hook you in, especially young black athletes. If you didn't have anything, you come in and you just basically run and you accept anything outside of what they say you should get as far as a scholarship, then they'll make you become ineligible. You can't even switch schools and make money like you're supposed to. Now things have changed, but that was the atmosphere back then. So this is a white girl. She testified at his hearings and showed, this is her having a picture where she was in court, showing everyone how Ricky Clemons had choked her because she didn't want to watch the movie Roots. Roots was a slave movie. So here we had a black athlete dating a white girl, doing this thing. He even came to the newspaper and said, hey, that wasn't really my girlfriend. She knew she could never be my girlfriend. And she really went harder on him, it seemed like, after he made those statements about how she was never his girlfriend and she was just basically a piece of tail. So after all that started, the police said, like I said, they served a search warrant and they went and took his clothes to see him, like claiming that they were looking for evidence of an assault, but they were really looking for evidence of anything to rail this black guy up over. This is what they get a kick out of in NCAA. There's a lot of jealousy towards black athletes because they feel like black athletes should always be losers in life, especially if you're from the hood. Then you got a talent and they feel like you have a natural talent that other people just simply don't have. There's a lot of jealousy towards it. So, you gotta have a talent, to even make it out oftentimes, especially back then. Then when you make it out, they feel like you didn't really deserve the opportunities you have. So they want to take it away. So the white girl wanted to take it away from the prosecutor out in, I think it was Boone County in Columbia, Missouri, wanted to take it away from. They had a really hard, a really big thing towards him. So after she, like I said, she put out there that he was cheating on his test at Barton Country Community College, which is a school that he went to. And he went there in the summer of 2002. Now, I had just left Barton County in summer 2002. I went because I had a son that was born in April of 2002. So I never met this guy. But I may have met him. If I didn't have a son, I probably been out at Barton at summer school, and I probably would have met him, but I never met him. And around this time, Lance Brauman also had got an offer to go to coach at University of Arkansas. So Lance Brauman actually left too. He went that fall and left to go to coach at the University of Arkansas. So he wasn't even there when Ricky Clemons was there. So this is, of course, before the assault happened. So 2 years later, not even 2 years later, when the assault on this white girl happens by this black basketball player, and all these allegations and start to come out, you know, this is how it blows up in everybody's face. And of course, she started pushing all this information. He cheated. And they started investigating Missouri Athletic Department. They go back and start to investigate Barton County Community College. And this is the series of events that led to the downfall of Lance Brauman. So what we do now, guys, we fast forward. We fast forward to 2004. And that's when the indictments come out. And the first people that are indicted are the people at Barton County Community College, a guy named Ryan Wolf. Ryan Wolf is he was a basketball coach at Barton County, and he was also a instructor. He was a teacher. So he got indicted in December of 2004. And let's make no mistake, just a few months prior in 2004, University of Arkansas, with Lance Brauman at the head of it, as far as the sprints and hurdles, he was, they were kicking butt. They had Tyson Gay, who Lance Brauman had brought from Barton County Community College. They had Maurice Bridges, who had came from Barton County Community College. They had Wallace Spearman, who was, now I think that was the end of his freshman year at Barton County. I mean, at University of Arkansas. They were doing good. Tyson had won the 100th that year for Arkansas. I think he was the first guy ever at Arkansas to win the 100-meter title, NCAA. And Wallace won the 200. So the sprints and hurdles had a major resurgence at the University of Arkansas as a result of Lance Brauman's presence. However, hell was breaking out. All hell was breaking out at Barton County Community College. Now, I'm going to read the article. It said, college coach accused in fraud. A federal grand jury in Kansas has indicted a coach who helped former University of Missouri Columbia basketball player Ricky Clemons become eligible to play Mizzou by completing 24 credit hours in one summer. The 36-count indictment names Ryan Wolf, 32, a former coach and instructor at Barton County Community College in Great Bend, Kansas. Wolf is accused of committing mail fraud by mailing false transcripts involving Clemons and former Tigers guard Randy Pulley, and allegedly had his wife fix papers Clemons wrote. Wolf also is accused of mailing false documents saying Clemons was proctored during correspondence course exams when he wasn't, awarding course credit to Pulley after telling the player he didn't need to attend class, embezzling money from the government in Barton County through fraudulent financial aid applications made in the name of other athletes who attended that school. The counts against Wolf named more than a half dozen athletes he allegedly broke the law while assisting, including Carlton Baker and Eric Washington, who later played for San Jose State University. The 36 counts carry maximum penalties that range from 1 to 20 years in prison and fines that could total $3.1 million. The indictment is the latest revelation involving Clemons, the former Tigers guard who helped bring NCAA sanctions to the Missouri University men's basketball team after he was convicted of assaulting a female companion, Jessica Bunge. Missouri University coaches have acknowledged relying on Wolf to enroll Clemons at Barton County in the summer of 2002 so he could earn enough credits to play basketball in Columbia. The federal indictment does not charge any MU players or coaches, and U.S. Attorney Eric Milgren said he doesn't expect any more charges to be filed. While I will say their investigation and this is largely complete, we only indicted Mr. Wolf. Barton County President Vernon Law issued a statement yesterday saying the school completed an internal investigation to possible wrongdoing and had taken a proactive role in the charges announced yesterday. The indictment spans crimes from May 98 to June 2003. Wolf's tenure at Barton County. He later was an assistant coach at Murray State University but has since left the school. Attempts to reach Wolf, who now lives in Martinsville, Indiana, were unsuccessful. The indictment alleges the indictment also alleges that he lied about athletes possessing or planning to complete a high school diploma or its equivalent. This helped them enroll at Barton County and receive financial aid, defrauding the school and the government. He also committed bank fraud by forging athletes' signatures on financial aid checks he cashed or deposited. embezzled from Barton County and the government by allowing athletes to receive money from a work-study program without performing any work. Committed mail fraud by sending Brigham Young University documentation, which is BYU, documentation that Clemons was properly supervised during exams for his correspondence courses when he wasn't. Clemons' transcript shows he completed 24 credit hours during the summer of 2002. The coursework consisted of 12 hours on site at Barton County, as well as 9 hours at BYU and 3 hours at Adams State College in Alamosa, Colorado, through correspondence courses. The hours made him eligible to play basketball for MU. The indictment says Wolf used his credit card to pay for some of Clemons' college courses. In March 2003, MU basketball coach Quinn Snyder, then assistant coach Elaine Odom, mentioned Wolf during depositions to Boone County prosecuting attorney Kevin Crane. Odom identified Wolf as the person who enrolled Clemons at Barton County and the correspondence courses. In a prepared statement yesterday, Snyder said he didn't know any details of the charges against Wolf and that it would be inappropriate to comment. This is a matter between Barton County Community College and the grand jury, Snyder said. Odom could not be reached for comment. Alden, through a spokesman, said the case is a matter of a grand jury and declined further comment. Pulley transferred to Barton County in 2002 after attending St. Louis University, according to the indictment. Wolf enrolled him in 3 courses worth a total of 6 credit hours, and Pulley received A's. The work was completed during a 3 to 4 day trip to Great Bend, the indictment says, and the courses doubled Pulley's grade point average to 2.0 and made him eligible to play basketball at Barton County. Clemons did not play basketball at Barton County. MU dismissed him from its team in July 2003 after he wrecked an ATV at the home of University System President Elson Floyd while serving his sentence in the domestic assault case. Pulley played 11 games for the Tigers last season before leaving the team. So here we are, all stuff hitting the fan. 2004, now indictments come out. They indict the basketball coach first. The head basketball coach, Ryan Wolf. He has been doing a lot. Stuff at BYU, stuff at Barton, trying to make sure that athletes become eligible. So now what we have now is a college coach, and actually it's not the only college coach that really actually put their neck on the line. White college coaches who identify that these are black kids that are supremely talented, and they put their lives on the line, their livelihoods, their careers, their reputations, their criminal, histories on the line, and commit white collar crimes that they feel like nobody really is affected by because it doesn't, it's cheating the government. That's how they feel, and they felt, I'm sure. They put all this on the line to help college athletes. It helps themselves who build their own reputations to make winning teams, and they cut corners. So he was indicted at Barton, and this is weird because a lot of people feel like, hey, this ain't have nothing to do with Lance Brauman. Did it have anything to do with Lance Brauman? Got to give it time. Because, a lot of time it's like a Lego thing. You hit one Lego or you hit one domino or whatever, and it's a domino effect, shall I say, not Lego. You hit one, another one falls over. So when they hit Ryan Wolf, you think they came for anybody else? Yes, of course they did, guys. Lance Brauman. He's the head track and field coach. So it only makes sense that the head basketball coach will link up with the head track and field coach at a college or any university. They can link up and say, hey, this is how this works. This is how that works. You want your guys to be great. I want my guys to be great. And we all grease each other's palms. That's probably how it works in when a head coaching position. And guess who was head coach at Barton County Community College? Like I said, Lance Brauman. At the time where all of this stuff took place. Thing was, remember, like I said, Lance Brauman had moved on. He got promoted to the University of Arkansas, was assistant coach. He was a coach for sprints and the hurdles. So, the long reach of the long arms of the government still find a way to catch up with you, even though you've moved on with your life. That's just the way it goes. So, we're gonna just follow the story, guys. Follow the story, and this is part 2. Let you guys know about what happened with Lance Brauman and how these black athletes, trying to help these black athletes, nearly destroyed them, took them down. Catch you guys later. Till next episode. Peace.